and all other participants who have joined the meeting. We have started our course from 5th July. In that session, in various days, we have taken various subjects with various resource persons. Today also, we are in with different topic, and that topic is interview techniques. In this interview techniques, and as well as in our second session of practice, Professor Dr. Umesh Jagdale will guide us. Coordinator Research Center in English, SN Arts, GJ Malpani Commerce, and BN Sarda Science College, Sangamner. As introducing him, he is the member of Board of Study in English, Savitribai Phule University. He has qualification MA, PhD, SET, B.Ed, PGDJ, D.Pharm, and CC Dramatics. 5 books, various research papers, stories are the features of his publication. He is working as a research guide for PhD and MPhil students. A critical analysis of inaccuracies in spellings and sentence construction is his minor research project. He always participates as resource person for a national and state level seminar, as well as he is a good trainer for communication skills, soft skill, and drama. I welcome him once again from our college and request him to start his session, Interview Techniques.
Well, thank you so much for an elaborate introduction. At the very outset, let me welcome all of you. Honorable Sri Motilalji Sankla sir, Chief Trustee, Sakan Shikshan Mandal. Also along with him, Dr. Avinash J. Argade sir, Secretary, Trustee Secretary, Sakan Shikshan Mandal. Principal of the college, Dr. Rajesh Latne sir, and my good friend, all the faculty members, Afroz ma'am, and dear participants. Let me welcome all of you to this session on interview techniques. At the beginning only, all cheerful smiles and welcome to all dear participants. You have been attending this lecture series. It's a short-term course for about 1 week. So already you have got much of the training, and today it is time to go for interview techniques. Interview technique, you see, is a very, very crucial kind of topic, and that everybody, when you are on the threshold of your career, means when you complete your education, your BA course or your BCom course, after that, we have to join some job. Okay. And interviews are part and parcel of our career. You see. So at the very beginning, it is the first thing that we have to understand, and that is interview. So attempting an
participants ला विनंती आहे की माइक बंद करा प्लीज. हां, जे जॉइन झालेत प्लीज ऑल ऑफ यू हाव टू ऑफ युअर माइक्स. Yes sir, you can continue.
Okay. Perfect. It's perfect one. I do not have any disturbances. Well, anyway, so dear participants, we are going to discuss over here today interview techniques. This is the topic. I will make use of as simple English as possible. Whenever it is necessary, we can switch to Marathi also if required. Otherwise, this much simple English, I'm sure that all of you understand this kind of English. Okay, friends, when it comes to interview technique, we have to take into account, two important parts. The first one is before the interview, and the second one is during the interview. So before the interview, we have to make some preparation, and during the interview also, we have to, think over some important factors. So what are those things before the interview and after the interview? Before we go for all these things, you see, the short-term course is designed for communication skills. Okay, communication skills, as you know very well, Reading is there. Audible, sir, clearly? Let
Yes,
me
sir.
check it.
Yes, sir, you can also
sir. Yes, sir.
mute the participants directly.
Okay, fine. So let me continue. So friends, 4 communication skills are there and you have learned it already. I'm sure that there were very good resource persons earlier. You have heard Dr. Avtade sir, Dr. Magade sir, Dr. Kamleman, Dr. Gore sir, and Principal Dr. Rajesh Latne sir. Okay, he is perhaps you see the best resource that is available on the campus for you, and always you can approach him and you can get guidance from him. Okay. Also, I'm very happy to learn about Sakan Shikshan Mandal and the management, Honorable Shri Motilalji Sangla sir and Dr. Argade sir. They are
Sir, please on your mic. I have mute all other participants. Sir, please on your mic. Jagdale sir. Hello. Sir, please on your mic.
well,
Yes, sir. Okay.
by mistake it was first turned off. Well, is it okay now? Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
सगळ्या
fine. So let me
पार्टिसिपंट्सना परत
continue.
एकदा विनंती आहे की प्लीज आपल्या माईक वर लक्ष ठेवा. माईक चालू ठेवू नका. प्लीज, इट इज अन रिक्वेस्ट. Okay, sir.
Okay, friends, I think now the basic things are done. Everything is settled. See, you are in a good college or where you have a very good management. Honorable Sri Motilal Sankla sir is there. Dr. Argade sir is there. All the management members, principal of the college, very dynamic personality, Dr. Rajesh Latne sir. All these are your guiding mentors, source of inspiration, and all the faculty members you see. So you have different sources on the campus, and besides and beyond that, when you have such short-term courses, the visiting faculty members also can guide you. We also can be available to you time and again. So Dr. Avtade sir, Dr. Gore sir, Dr. Kamleman, Dr. Magade sir, and Principal sir himself, they have all guided you earlier. So you know, I'm sure. So communication skill, we think of the 4 skills mainly, but we cannot just forget that there is a lot of role. There's a great role, very important role of non-verbal communication as well. Non-verbal communication, when it comes to that, we have to think of body language. Okay, the way you stand, the way you sit, your gestures and your posture, your bodily position. Posture means your standing position, sitting position, your bodily position is posture. Okay. So your gestures means the movements of hands and all that. Your facial expression, your eye contact, everything matters, dear friends. So while studying a topic like communication skills, you see, we have to consider reading, okay, writing, no doubt about that, listening and speaking, and all these 4 communication skills have to be, tuned properly, complemented properly, means verbal communication and non-verbal communication should go hand in hand together. When it comes to interviews, okay, when it comes to interview techniques, the skill of attempting an interview, facing an interview, you see, while facing an interview, all these 4 skills and non-verbal communication, see, your reading counts. Your reading helps you over there during the interview. Okay. To answer the questions, you require knowledge. So reading is required. Writing skill, of course, is required because before the interview, friends, we have to write an application letter. So while writing an application letter, our application letter has to be flawless. No mistakes should be there in our application letter. You have to write a resume. Resume is part of writing. So writing skill counts over there. So when we think of interview techniques, all these 4 skills of communication help us a lot directly or indirectly. So we have to pay attention to all these skills. And keeping all these things at the backdrop, now we are turning towards, you see, interview techniques. You see, reading helps you to answer the questions. You require information and knowledge. So reading helps you. Writing resume, writing application letter, writing skill is essential. Whatever you speak over there during the interview, at the time of interview, you see the most used skill, the skill that you require over there prominently and primarily is speaking. Also listening. You should be a good listener. Sometimes it happens that 2 or 3 interviewers are there and they at a time talk. In fact, there is a panel of 7 to 8, 8 to 10 members, sometimes even more than that. 10 to 15 members also can be there on that side of the table. And you are over here on this side of the table. Dear friends, we will have some practical activities. And through practical activities, you can understand that I'm standing. And that is clear that I'm going to carry out some activities. It's not going to be a lecture only. We will have some demos and some practical activities, interaction with you, your participation, and you are also going to participate in these sessions. The 2 sessions are there. Okay, so when it comes to interview techniques, thus all those 4 skills are useful in this or that way. I hope you understand me very well. Ma'am, let me take your feedback. Is the audio clear?
Yes, sir.
Again, let me check that. Okay,
Yes, sir,
fine.
your
So
audio
let
is
me
clear.
continue, friends. So thus, okay, thank you so much. So all 4 skills are useful for an interview. Remember, and besides the 4 skills, your body language also is essential. It's not only body language, the entire non-verbal communication. So let's first of all understand what is this non-verbal communication, and then what we can switch to how to make use of verbal communication and non-verbal communication in a proper blending at the time of interview. Before the interview and during the interview are the 2 phases. Before the interview, reading is essential, writing skill is essential. So you have to write appropriately the application letter. You have to write appropriately resume. For resume writing and application letter, there can be a need of a separate section, or that must have been done earlier also. Okay, or during our regular day-to-day classes, we learn such topics, writing an application letter or say writing a resume. You must have learned these things already, or in future you'll learn. FYBA students, FYBCom students. Okay, so writing an application letter, writing a resume, then studying for the interview. Before you go for the interview, dear friends, you need to know what company or what firm. If you are BCom students, you may be joining a job in a company. If you are BA students, you may get a job in academia, teaching, learning, or there are several jobs. BPO is there, call centers are over there. And if you do some add-on courses, certificate courses, such short-term courses are highly useful to you. They develop your personality. So communication skill and a short-term course in communication skill. Let me congratulate Principal Dr. Latner sir and all the team members, all the faculty members, and the college management for organizing a short-term course like this and such activities. I know Chakan College is a vibrant college, and that there are plenty of such activities that go on. You see, in your day-to-day learning, you keep learning, but besides and beyond that, these activities also help you a lot. So all these things together develop our personality. When you attend a course, short-term course, you keep learning different things. And practically when you do something, there is an addition of skill. See, every skill can be acquired and mastered and excelled only through practice. So your participation always counts a lot. When we understand about anything, we have to then practice. Okay. For example, once you understand that before the interview, you should be able to write a good application letter. You should be able to write a good resume. get information about the firm, about the company, okay, about maybe any BPO call center, okay. So you should get, or in journalism, further after your BA, you can do some course in journalism, and you have bright future. For arts students, there are several job opportunities. Okay, so whatever may be the choice of your career, when you want to join a career, interview is there always. And before the interview, what we have to do is we have to get sufficient information. If I have to attend an interview in Saffron College, I should get sufficient information about Saffron College, first of all. Okay, I have to understand about management, about the principal and the staff members, about the courses that are run over there in the college, about the campus of the college. Do visit the place of interview before the interview. So before the interview, it's not only writing an application letter or writing a resume. Dear friends, we also are supposed to collect information about the company you are going to join. Okay, get information, because that boosts your confidence. Your confidence level is up to the mark. It has to be up to the mark. Then you feel confident and you can go confidently and attend your interview. So that is one very important thing before the interview. Before the interview, you also have to take care of your appearance. Okay, the way you present yourself. Also, you have to take into account all the documents, your credentials, all the certificates, mark lists, and all those original copies, photocopies, if you have to submit the copies over there. So you have to prepare yourself considering all these things. So documents should be ready well before the interview. Okay, a couple of days earlier only, keep everything ready. Okay, if you have sufficient time at hand, a couple of days before the interview, you get all the information about the company you are going to join or you want to join, and prepare all of your documents. The application is already sent, and so you have received the call letter. Read your call letter carefully. The time, the venue. Venue means place. See, we come across such words in the interview later. At that time, many times it happens that we come to know about new words in the call letter itself. Venue, V-E-N-U-E. Venue means place of interview. Simple. And you know this word. This is not a very difficult word, but there can be some words that you come to know newly. So learn them. That is the reason why, well before the interview, we have to read the call letter, interview call letter very well, carefully, the time of interview, the place of interview, date, and all those things. There can be some other specifications, rules, regulations, and all those things. Like when you come for the interview, bring with you these documents and all that. Check the documents, whether you have all those documents with you in your file. And your file, while going for interview, your file should be ready with you. See, I have this property. I'm using this document over here, just to let you know. So your file has to be ready, and you should be confident enough while entering the interview form. So before the interview only, you should keep preparing all these things. You should keep all these things ready with you, dear friends. So this is about before the interview. You check your appearance, the dress that you put on. It should not be too gaudy. Okay. It should not be too bright colored and all that, too colorful and all that. Simple, sober, but you see, your dress should be graceful. Okay. You should maintain, dignity of the post that you are going to, give the interview for. Okay. So maintain the dignity of the place, of the occasion, of the job that you want to get. So you have to think of all these things, and accordingly, you have to think of your appearance. Dear friends, I use the word appearance. I don't use the word personality. Personality is a state of your physical appearance plus your quality, both the things. So your personality is impressive, means your appearance has to be up to the mark. Okay, good enough. Okay, not that you should be like a film hero, or a film heroine. That is not necessary. It's not necessary at all. Okay, but good enough appearance, pleasant appearance. Okay, smiling face and all those things are essential. This is about appearance. Appearance is one part of personality, and the other, the set of qualities, the qualities that you have, the skills that you acquire through such short-term courses and during your day-to-day sessions, lectures, whatever skills you acquire, whatever information and knowledge that you acquire, all these things together collectively are called your personality. So your appearance and your qualities and your skills, your information and knowledge, all those things together make a package. That package is your personality, friends. So development of personality is essential overall. While going for the interview, you have to think of, first of all, your physical appearance, and then of course, all these things, your qualities and skills, we have to take care of all these things also, of course. So before you go for interview, you have to check all these things. Okay. So besides appearance, your documentation, your documents should be ready. Well-written application already sent to the company. Okay. To whatever firm you want to join. Resume. Okay. Resume means you see your personal details and your achievements are recorded on a paper. Okay. Resume. Resume is a document. Well, there is somebody speaking, so please turn off
Please
your
mic
audio.
बंद करा please, ज्यांचं
So,
चालू आहे.
in resume, you see, first of all, your name and your address, your educational qualification, these details appear, and later on, you see your credentials, your achievements, if you have completed a typing course, for example, if you have completed DTP, for example, these are some of the courses. Okay. Or if you have done a short-term course in digital marketing, commerce students, okay, arts students, if you have attended any workshop on communication skills, then those certificates. So write down, list those documents properly in your resume. Your resume is, it mirrors your personality, means it reflects your personality. Your resume speaks for you. So your resume is your personality. Consider this and prepare it accordingly. You, of course, can take help of the teachers of English from our college, Sakhan College. Principal himself can help you. All the faculty members, good teachers like Afroz ma'am are there to help you. So you can see that these are all the faculty members ready to help you. Even commerce teachers can help you to prepare your resume. Every teacher can help you because every teacher has passed through these things. Okay, so the point is, prepare your resume properly, write your application letter well, and after you dispatch these things, then think of the document and your appearance and all these things. And this is about, before the interview. You have to take care of these things before the interview, friends. During the interview, what you have to do? Now, it is the second part, during the interview. We have to think of the 4 communication skills as well as non-verbal communication. It's very much important, dear friends. Non-verbal communication. We have already understood about speaking and listening and all that. Okay, fine. You have to make your presentation over there. While making your presentation, the way you enter the hall of interview and the way you start your interview and all these things count a lot. Just for example, let me show you. This is my file. Imagine that this is my file and this is the hall of interview. You can see a chair over here. I hope you are able to see the chair. Okay. Now I will enter as if one has to enter in an interview hall. What happens? Let's see. I will show you the demo. And demo is perhaps a very good practical. And this is how we can understand what should we do and what shouldn't we do. So the do's and don'ts both may become clear through a demo. So friends, now wish me all the best because I'm going to attempt the interview. So let me enter the interview hall. Okay. This is how, normally there's a door and this is interview hall. Imagine, I hope in one corner of your screen I'm seen, I'm sure. So while entering the hall, the way you enter in all these things, I will show you 2, 3 different ways. Okay. And I'll also comment on what should you do and what you should avoid. Okay. So before entering, we may be, you see, under some stress and all that. Take deep breathing if you are under stress. If not, fine. If you are comfortable, there is no need of deep breathe and all that. But deep breathing can help you focus on your interview. So take deep breathing and then cool down, and then you can enter the hall with, of course, that particular sentence, may I come in, sir? Okay. So I say, now over there near the camera, interviewers are present. Okay. So I'm looking at the interviewers, looking at camera means looking at the interviewers. May I come in, sir? This is how normally you enter. May I come in, sir? Okay. Now I'll enter and I'll show you. May I come in, sir? May I take seat, sir? Thank you. And then I take seat. Afroz ma'am, give me your feedback. Am I seen? Am I visible clearly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Clear.
Okay, thank you very much. So friends, this is how one enters, and then you seek permission. Can I take chair? And then they allow you, and then you take the seat. And then the documents are with you. You have to place the documents in front of you on your table. Now, to avoid, the visibility problem, I haven't checked the table. Imagine that there's a table and I have kept my documents over here. So you keep the documents over there, and then the interview begins. Normally, they ask you the first question, what's your name? Introduce yourself. And then you have to start your introduction. This is how we normally enter. But sometimes what happens, let me show you. May I come in, sir? Yes, come in. The sound comes from that side. Yes, come in. And due to that, strong and bossy kind of sound, the candidate who is frightened already is frightened more. Okay. May I come in, sir? Yes, come in. Thank you, sir. You directly go and take your seat. And this is where they judge that the candidate is under stress, under some burden, and there the entry itself, is a little negative. But this is not everything. These are the normal things, and you have heard about it not many times. But you have to first of all seek permission. May I come in, sir? And then you have to take the seat. Before you take the seat, you have to seek permission. May I sit? If they already have asked you to sit down, no need of seeking permission. But if they do not, if they haven't asked you to sit down, you have to seek the permission. May I take chair and all that? Okay, so you know these things. After you enter, you see, if you are frightened, as far as possible, handle your stress level. I would suggest that we have to, have practice of the mock interview. Mock interviews are essential, and there itself, I can tell you that I have given you indication of the demos that we are going to conduct in the second section. Okay, with students' participation, we'll have some interesting demos of interviews. It is necessary. Mock interviews, these practice interviews, there is a practice session. Such sessions are always essential. You see. So through practice only we can master the skill. Get familiar with these activities. If we get familiar with these activities, then we feel comfortable and confident. Our confidence level and comfort level, both should be up to the mark. That is really essential. So when you enter the hall, even if you are frightened, take deep breath and try and handle your stress level as far as possible. And over the practice, it is quite possible to maintain your comfort level and confidence level. So when you enter and when you sit down, at that time you see, we are going to talk about body language and all those non-verbal communication skills you see. Suppose you enter in this way, this is not the right way. Enter confidently. This can be one way of entering. May I come in, sir? Thank you. So, may I take seat? Thank you very much. And then you sit down, then you keep the documents on the table, and then you are ready. You see the body language now, the way I'm sitting. Okay, if I sit like this, okay, fine, I look comfortable. A little, you see, not resting the back. When you sit straight with your back straight in this way, okay, your hands on the table or on your own lap. Okay, so when you sit like this, you look comfortable and confident both. See, looking confident can be, you see, this way also can you can enter the file in the hand and you enter. May I come in, sir? Thank you. And you sit down. This shows overconfidence. A confidence level is there, but it is a little too high. So this is not the way. So your smartness and your over smartness have a very thin boundary line between the two. So your confidence, your being confident, and your being overconfident, confidence and overconfidence, smartness and over smartness are they have very thin border line. We don't have to cross that border line. We have to be up to the mark, to the highest level of confidence and comfort both. Okay, even comfort level, being comfortable and being casual. You can be comfortable. You see, now that my standing position only, I may look confident and I may look comfortable also in this posture. Okay, in this posture, I look confident, but a little too confident. Okay, if for an interview, if I stand like this with my hands on my vest, okay, put in this way, I may be looking confident, but it is a little too confident. I'm not the boss, I'm a candidate. Okay, but also this one is not, it's too polite and it's not expected, or they're bending down, bowing down, your hands are crossed like this. Okay, this is not the way. Okay, looking confident and looking comfortable when you are standing before them. Okay, this can be the position in which you look confident and you look also comfortable. A little too comfortable can be somewhat like this. Now my hands are in my pocket. My hand is in my pocket. I look comfortable, but I look casual. So the borderline between confidence and overconfidence, and the borderline between comfort and being casual, being comfortable and being casual. We don't have to cross that borderline, friends. So we have to keep this in mind. Our comfort level has to be up to the mark. Okay. Our confidence level has to be up to the mark. Okay. High confidence level, high comfort level, fine. But not beyond that. We don't have to cross the limits. So earlier example that we saw was the example of a person whose confidence level was below the mark. Okay, frightened, may I come in, sir? So over there, the expression, facial expression, voice, everything tells you, and body language also can inform. Your appearance and your body language speaks, first of all, it communicates. This is a workshop on communication skills. So learn what way it communicates, it keeps communicating. So all these things keep for you. So it clearly shows that your confidence level is below the mark, and then you are not selected, unfortunately. Your confidence level should not be too high. May I come in, sir? Okay, thank you. And then you come and then sit down and you stretch your legs and sit in this way. And if you keep moving your legs, you may look confident, you look rather bossy and too casual. You are not following manners and etiquette. So manners and etiquettes and all these things are important. They count a lot at the time of interview. So during interview, dear friends, we have to take care of our body language and all these things. So we should neither be below confidence level, nor should we be above the confidence level, the appropriate level of confidence. Okay, now how to achieve that? That is more important. Through practice, dear friends, we should conduct interviews. We should have mock interviews, practice sessions, and through practice sessions only, arrange for yourself some 10 interviews. Okay, attempt some 10 practice interviews. Okay, before the actual interview, and over there, I'm sure good faculty members from Saffron College. All the teachers are good. Most of them are my friends. Okay, and you've got a very dynamic leadership. Dr. Rajesh Latnes, the principal, is there. Is a dynamic person, and he himself is a very good resource person in all these things. So you can always approach them, and you can always, ask for request for some practice interviews. These practice interviews are called mock interviews. MOCK, mock. Mock means khota khota. Okay, practice साठी केलेलं mock interview is a practice interview. So always, request for some mock interviews on the campus, and there you can understand. Dear friends, I also have to inform you about the different kinds of interviews. Nowadays, it is not only face-to-face interview,